Today we will be doing a Devpro replay of my Water Spirits deck versus lightsworn. It's basically does the same thing with as Frog Monarchs as discarding cards with the Swap Frog to be able to gain semi-card advantage. So here I can go through for a tour guide or a Swap Frog. Since I'm going first, I won't be able to attack, so I'll have no chance to OTK, and this hand is definitely not for OTKing. I draw the Spirit Stratos over here. I decide to go for, because I'm going first, I wanted to pop off his back row just in case. So I'm going to fish out my little birdie to be able to do that next turn. And for my sack outlet for the bird, I'm going to discard him and special summon the Swap Frog to gain a Treeborn Frog, as you see here. And I do not bounce this just in case of, well, defense, really. I don't want to just be OTK'd. I don't have any trags or anything in my hand. And just make them think I'm playing Monarchs, perhaps. Well, perhaps they would have bounced the Swap Frog, but I don't have any back row. So he just decides to set everything, which is really good. So I'll activate the ability of the Treeborn Frog during my standby phase, so I'll have my sack for my little bird here. I'm going to pop his back row with my MST, and since it may be a Rego here, I'm just going for a tour guide for double tour guide play. I do not run Zen mains, I only run Toon, so even if he pops my tour guide with this Raikou here, I'll be fine. If he pops my Swap Frog, I'm fine with that. And Treeborn Frog? Nope. Who would ever pop that? Seriously. So I'll go on the offense here. And he pops my tour guide with a vet, and since his creature was destroyed, he gets a mill off. And he gets this interplane dragon thing. But as you see here, he has 3 lightsworn, 1 away from JD. And I'll bounce my Swap Frog, so I'll be able to probably special summon next turn by discarding the Sea Lancer to get off some more, so perhaps I'll be able to gotcha up next turn. It seems like I have a really bad field at the current moment. It's because I do have a bad field. And he goes for the Raiden to get off some mill before his end phase, and he gets a wolf. And he uses a Plague Spreader ability to be able to synchro summon for Star Eater Dragon. Very powerful synchron play. And he annihilates my tour guide and destroys my Treeborn Frog. And now he gets a mill off of his Raiden here. And he gets another wolf. And I draw a salvage, so I'll definitely be using the Swap Frog's effect to gain some bonus pluses. But first I'll have to use a Treeborn during my standby phase to be able to get another sack. So I'll use his effect to get another Swap Frog, so I'll be able to gotcha up. So here I sack my 2 creatures for Hinog, whatever his name is, can't read it. To make him discard his 2 cards just in case if he has a JD in hand. Hopefully I'll get rid of it, because I barely can stand up to his field right now. I do not want to stand up to even more. So I'll just kill off his Raiden to stop him from milling more, and make him discard his entire hand. Well, and also he's going to bounce back to my hand, so I'll need some type of a defense. So I'll go with a Swap Frog play for the special summon. Rodent Totem, banish Swap Frog to be able to get a gotcha. And he'll just bounce to my hand. During his upkeep, before he draws, well, during his draw phase, he discards. And since he has 4 more lightsworn, he gets the special summon a JD, and he'll just kill my gotcha. not much I can do against this. Yeah, he mills some more off of the Judgment Dragon. And I get a Dark Dust, which will perhaps let me get back in this game, unless if he top decks something really good. So, Treeborn Frog, sack it for the dust, and destroy everything he has on his field, and just attack directly. I do have the Fairy card that lets my Spirit stay in play after the end phase, but haven't drawn it. And this card does not tutor for it, sadly, even though it's basically Stratos. And since he's going with a face down, instead of just going for dust again, I'll go for the bird just to pop it, just in case. And I don't really care at the current time if he gets bottomless. So I'll just sack for it, and anything else I lay on the field will just go back to my hand. And I'm trying to get more damage, then try to tutor for more cards, because if I start tutoring now, I'll start discarding. Because I don't really have a fairy or anything to keep things in play. He summons a Luma in attack mode. I don't know why. Perhaps, well, he wanted to get my life down and thought he could get his effect off even with no cards in his hand. And perhaps wanted some more mill. Because mill in lightsworn is good. I draw Gores. Sack the Treeborn, summon the dust to get it out of the way, and attack him for 22. 2,200, yes. And it will go back to my hand. And I have some good defensive cards here, in case if he draws anything nice. Then he draws a BLS. Fantastic. And since he did 3,000 damage, I'll summon a Gore, summon a 3,000 token, and I'll be able to kill him next turn because he doesn't have one dark guy who banishes in the graveyard. That's why you want a 40 card deck, not 46. And that's the end of the duel. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and stuff.